So we might have actually gotten the Man-Mune Hecarim build worked out now. Assassin Hecarim it might be back, guys. It might actually be back. And not this weird like half assassin, half tank bullshit. Like genuine assassin Hecarim. Alrighty, how you doing? Alright, so it's good. What's up, Bill? What's up, Zoe? Hello, CJ. Is this a notepad live? No, no, no. I just want to whip it out already so we could know what's going on today. So yesterday after a bunch of build testing, I think we're starting to get to a point now where we're realizing what the play actually is. So the good news is that it's like we're getting somewhere, you know what I mean? Like we're low-key getting somewhere, so that's what matters. Darkness has come to take me. So like this would be a good game for Assassin Hecarim, right? So that's why I want to do this here. But yeah, so the reason why today's stream started a little bit later is because I had a breakfast with my dad this morning. Because I was supposed to take him out for breakfast for Father's Day. But he was on vacation during that time, and then I went to Germany. And then after coming back, it's just been like shitstorm after shitstorm, right? So that's why today was like the first day I had a little bit of time, so I was like, you know, I'll take him out. And then me and Laura went to a grocery store so we could get some stuff. Because she's having some friends over tomorrow night, so we got like some hot pot ingredients for them so that they can do that. Father's Day is in November, maybe in the EU for you guys, but in Canada it's in June? Yeah, it's in June. Well, it was in June this year. But normally it's always in June. What was the most broken version of Hecarim ever? Most broken was the Chemtank Deadman's build. Chemtank, Deadman's, Force of Nature, like all that shit. Like that was the that was a really fucked up one, honestly God. Judging from the notepad, we're gonna want to look for a 3-cam clear because it's gonna be an assassin game. So I think we'll definitely clear towards bot then. I feel like that's why Man-Mune was really strong, lol. I'm gonna be honest with you, it did not compare to the strength that you saw from Chemtank. Like imagine the damage that we do nowadays on Hecarim with like full bruiser items, and imagine getting that same damage, except you have 250 armor and magic resist. Like it was really at that level. Hecarim's Q used to have a base damage value of about 240. 240, nowadays it's 160. If I'm not mistaken, it might have even been like 300. Like the base value of his Q was like 300. It was like actually crazy back then. Like I'm telling you, the version that you guys see of Hecarim nowadays is not what it was back then. Okay, I'm definitely gonna want to look on a bot gank here though. Is it even possible? No. Well, unfortunately, if they didn't go for that Ashy, then I probably could have done it, but yeah, the Ashy just kind of messed everything up there. He's gonna get it done today. Today we will. Yesterday was the thing of like trying to figure out the right builds, but now I feel like I've actually figured it out. Because one of the biggest realizations I came to is that if you go Man-Immune, then you can actually get 10 jack stacks without having to get Seroldas. Which was like one of the problems I was noticing with Seroldas, because it would like force you to get it off like the last whisper. So you can just get 10 jack stacks way earlier in the game. And then you can still commit for like a third item that isn't Seroldas if you get behind. Wow, she actually missed that. That's crazy. Dude, isn't that insane that she actually missed that there? But I mean, if the Kha'Zix gang top and he took my wolves, then I'm guessing that he did my wolf start and then went here. But I think I could probably invade the Kha'Zix here. But if I do, I don't want to invade him on blue. I'll invade him on wolves. Because on blue, the problem is if he walks into his blue, then I can die on it. But if I get 3 Q stacks off wolves, then we can look for this after. But yeah, I'm telling you guys he's on this. I know he is. I saw the animation of his W. Perfect. I mean, dude, there's no way that we're not fighting this, right? The worst part is I can't even run because if I run on my side, I die anyways. Oh. Like, I just don't understand why we're running away there. I'm committing onto the enemy. I'm like, okay, we're gonna fight this, and then we just don't. It's like, right? Well, I mean, listen, worst case scenario, I'll just look for maybe like a Raptors invade here. Why are you chat restricted? Because I told someone yesterday what they needed to hear. And let's just say the automated system doesn't like what the implications of that mean. Yeah, now I need to play fucking 3 normals. Okay, we'll just play for this, and after that I'll hit 6 so we can maybe look on the cap here. I mean, Tristan, there's something that you press W that late, bro, right? I mean, this Tristan is like insanely I'm bad at the game. Okay. See, like in games like this, my issue is I feel like I have to go for these fights, you know. When in reality, I should just be backing off. Because if I just back off there, reset, and then I assume control of the Kazakh's top side, right? It's like I could already be at his red right now, taking that shit. So I need to stop like over forcing plays. That's the biggest thing. I should just go top here. I'm showing my going for the red. It's like if I commit for the red, then I feel like there's a chance that Aurora actually like lives. But the thing is, she could always just like ult and then yeah, pour like that. So should I have committed for the red then? I don't know. Whatever. I'll just wait for the full clear now. It's okay. I mean, the thing about this game is that it does look rough, but Hecarim does so on to enemy comp that I'm willing to just like let it sit for a little longer. Okay, not bad. I mean, I can't even look for an invade here, even though I know Kazakh's topside. It's better for me to just play for the crab. But I'm wondering, with the level advantage, is there any way that I could outplay the Kazakhs and win? I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't think it's impossible. Ah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, like, it's just shit because I really want to look for something that, but I just can't. Alright, so just Feasible gets very dark and now it's on double long, so and then start going towards Manamune. Okay, so the best thing for us to do at this point in the game, I think, is just, like, play for the scaling game. Yeah, if we start this, we're gonna lose the game on it. So then what do? Nothing? Bot gang's not possible. Dragon's not possible. Wow. I mean, you know what? If Tristana can get that kill, whatever. That's sort of like our best alternative, because like we're just gonna be losing everything no matter what, right? Like unless I pull the trigger on the Zoe there, it's just fucked. I mean, realistically, they can stop this. Cause are just gonna finish it off. I mean, if Tristana comes in. Oh, nice! Okay, well, we managed to fucking keep him in there, thank God. The only fucking kind of shitty part is the fact that, like, Tristana's the one that got both shutdowns. Oh, wait, am I dead? I might actually die here, I'm not even kidding. I wonder if she would have gotten auto off, do I die there? 1-4 top laner? Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, I tried forcing too many things this game. Not top lane things, but... Okay guys, I'm not even trying, I might actually be able to carry this game now. Like 2 kills might actually be all it takes. You know, if I could actually get all the shutdowns on the board right now. Like if I were to kill Aurora. Like an Aurora kill would be game changing, but it's like, would I really be able to get it? Probably not, right? Because you can always just like alt TP away and then afterwards like she goes invis and it's like, alright, bye bye. I mean, realistically, if I can look for a play on the side lane here, I think it would be really nice though. Nice. Yeah, I need to hold on to my Qs there to make sure that I got both kills. We don't want to be giving this Tristana more resources than she's already got in this game. If we can prevent it, obviously. I mean, if I could find another double kill on the bot, which isn't even impossible, that would be insane. So I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to reset right now. If I reset realistically, what resources am I gonna get? No, she doesn't go for the next wave too, right? Okay, so at this point it's not with me like overstaying, so I'm just gonna play for the wave. Staying that long still isn't that bad because, oh wow, if I'd have gotten the cannon. I was gonna say because I get the cannon, but then I didn't even get the cannon. Sick. Alright, so just reset and then I'll get a... Yeah, no, we'll start grabbing this. So this is gonna be crazy 1v9 power though. Could you explain your build, please? Give me... Okay, listen, I don't want you to like use it as any kind of like guide or like guaranteed build yet. Just because I'm still testing, obviously. But the TLDR of the build is that Assassin Hecarim is like viable as a full assassin. So like one of the problems with like Shojin iterations I don't really like, of like Yumu's into Shojin, is that I feel like the damage output isn't as high as it should be, okay? And one of the things that backs up that idea is the fact that back when Manmune got removed for Hecarim and you used to go like Duskblade Shojin, that was a build that I didn't really like mesh well with because it felt like the damage wasn't where it used to be. So what I've been trying out recently is I've tried bring back Manmune with like lethality items to almost kind of like resurrect that feeling that we used to get from Assassin Hecarim of just like crazy damage output, right? And so far it's been feeling good. Like, I won't say it's been the best thing ever because I still want to like test more and try it and really like get a good handle on things, but so far it's felt really nice. No Shojin. Well, what it is that you go Shojin as like your 4th item. So we're gonna have to give Atacon here. Like, you see what I mean? Like, the damage just feels really nice, right? In a way that with Yumu's and Shojin, you would not be doing that much. It's like you really have that feeling of like, wow, I just assassinated that guy. Normally, I would go for an invade on the red, but the enemy team is fully on reset, so it's not reset for my Soroldas. And then as our next item, we could do Shojin here. So you rushed tier? Yeah, so what it is, I 3-cam clear, and then I rushed here. Oh, I fucking trolled that though. Wow, I fucking hard trolled that actually. Jesus. It makes a lot of sense to go Shojin later since it is a % amp. Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. That's why I don't like sitting there and just fucking like doing it too early, you know? That's the main thing about it. But the only thing is I do wonder, because like I do think that lethality item with Yumu's is good. But I'm just wondering if Soroldas really is like the necessary item after. That's kind of like the debate that I have going on right now. Okay, so what we want to do is we have a minute and then we can look on drag. So the issue here is I don't have any way to get Q stacks. So even if a fight does break out, I just lose. But you see what I mean with like that though? How like the damage just feels like really crazy? That's the damage I like seeing. Listen, the shady thing is they're gonna get Dragon here, but the good news is it won't be so at least. At Dawn's after testing 3 items on target dummies with on-charm practice, so Soroldas was very clearly the best option compared to anything else. Gotcha. Why am I even on Hecarim right now? Testing things out. Because someone told me a few days ago that Manamune does more damage than even Soroldas does on targets that are below 140 armor. So after they told me that, I wanted to like get a lot of games testing it to like see for myself. I mean, like if I restart and I'm on 4 items, can I 1v9 with that? Maybe. We'll see. It's like here what I really want to do is I just want to run at them mid 1v3. That's what I think the best play is. But if it goes bad, we lose. I'll see. Perfect. I mean, I could ghost for the Zoe, but I'm going to be honest, I don't want to. Not for the Zoe. If it was Aurora, 1,000 gold, it would be different. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to just like get my bot set, and then after that we can maybe look on top crop soon. I'm really wondering though, is Death Stance really my play to make this game? Because there's a part of me that just wants to go straight up opportunity and really like max out damage potential. I have a worry that if I go Death Stance, the item's too defensive and I won't have like the... Because I feel like I need to be the one one-shotting their entire team or we lose. That's the feeling that I got this game. Okay, 3 Q stacks off Grom. Maybe I could do something here. Wait, do we just win? Wow. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest. This build feels nice. I like it. Wow, I can't believe I actually just showed fun of that. So we might have actually gotten the Manmune Hecarim build worked out now. Assassin Hecarim it might be back, guys. It might actually be back. And not this weird like half assassin, half tank bullshit. Like genuine Assassin Hecarim. I mean, we gotta commit for it. We gotta commit for it. Woo! There we fucking go. When would you go lethality Hecarim over Bruiser? So, I've been working on this notepad over the last few days. Yeah, wow. Look at that damage. Holy shit. So like so far against this comp we can do a full assassin game. If they were to go Lilia, jungle would be full assassin. But if they were to right now go, let's say for example, Sejuani, right? Then it could be a Shojin Bloodmail game. But right now it looks like a full assassin game. And I don't think there's any jungle they could lock in that would like change that. No, okay, it's gonna be full assassin. You could also make the argument that it could maybe be a 24 Deadman's game. But the reason why I don't like that argument is because Yon still has a substantial amount of true damage and then Swain. So I'd rather just do Assassin here. Can I build the Axiomarket instead of Ghostblade? It's my favorite item. Well, if you're going to build the Axiomarket instead of Ghostblade, go for it. But then you would want to change these secondary runes. Because you don't want to go Ultimate Hunter with Axiomarkets to overkill. The only thing Edge of Night would be pretty important if you go full Assassin? No. Because the problem is that a lot of the value of Edge of Night is in the fact that you get defense from it, right? The health, the spell shield. And if you want to go full Assassin, you want damage. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I've been having problems with like Yumu Shojin recently. Is because Yumu Shojin, it doesn't feel like you get the damage that you need. Like, I'm telling you, after thinking about it more, because the thing about me is I played every Hecarim meta for the last like 5 years, right? And the meta that I'm feeling right now, that it reminds me the most of with Yumu Shojin, is it reminds me of when we used to go Duskblade Shojin. Do you guys remember that? When they removed Hecarim's synergy with Manmune from the game, and then you used to go Duskblade Shojin Cyrildas, and back then when I used to do that build, I always said, I was like, guys, I don't like this, because I feel like my damage just isn't there, and I feel the same exact way with Yumu Shojin, which is the reason why now I'm happy that I found out this like Manmune itemization, because it really makes it feel like, wow, we're back, you know. Assassin versus Rengar, doesn't he win duels? Well, the Rengar matchup is like a 50-50 if you go Assassin. Right? If you go like a tankier setup, then you're more likely to win, but it really depends. Use a Legacy Cursor? Nah, fuck that ugly shit, dude. Literally, fuck that ugly shit. Alright, so I think what we're gonna do is here we just play again for the 3-cam clear, and then we look on bot gank. If not, we just play for Risa, and that's completely fine too. I mean, it is Lucian on me. If they don't jump early, they have problems. Just don't let Rengar jump easy. I mean, you know that's actually a way that you can counter Rengar that not a lot of people know. So the way that Rengar jump works is that Hecarim E takes precedence over Rengar jump. So what does that mean? It means that if I run at Rengar with a fully charged E, and I E onto him, and he uses his like passive auto or alt auto, then I actually cancel that auto's damage because my E takes priority. So one of the ways that you can actually beat Rengar in the mid to late game is that he's going to try like obviously going onto you. And then when he does, you literally just use your You literally just use like your attack move click to like register an auto before you can even like react. I have cancer, I have cancer, I have cancer, I have cancer, I just wasted my ghost. I have cancer, I actually have cancer for that. Wow. It's fine, we're ghosting to lane, that's better. Can you still go old Dantes mode and lock an Assassin Hecarim every game? So you know what the problem with that is, Guts? It's the fact that Assassin Hecarim every game is only possible when it's insanely broken. And that's why when I was looking at the Korean version of me, in like 60% of my games I wasn't even going Assassin Hecarim. Because I knew that there were just some games that you can't go it, right? So like old Dantes mode, would I sometimes lock it in every day? Yeah. But then I would have like a bunch of games every day where I would just be inting, you know what I mean? But I kind of want to do one game where I just play to like only farm. Only farm, and if my team goes down 20 kills, it is what it is. Because that's what happened last game, and I still managed to solo carry, so. Alright, I really want to play on this dragon now. I mean, she kills it, which is really good, and I'm assuming that the Own is going to get tilted and try fighting as well, no? Wow. Well, I guess he just lives with 1 HP, that works too. Okay, let's do it. Thing is, I could get collapsed on here, which I don't really like because I'd only be missing 1 camp for 6. But it's like, do I really want to get off the dragon to farm wolves and then do it? I feel like if I was going to go to farm wolves, I would have already done it earlier, you know what I mean? Like the second I committed for this play, I committed for this play, it is what it is. But it still works, I mean, they get forced off it, so that works for me. I saw you have a loose streak, have you thought about building tank Hecarim so he's not that squishy? Well see, the problem with Hecarim is a lot of the time Hecarim it really is kind of like a skill issue. Like, if you're actually like well motivated, Hecarim has enough like mechanics in his kit with just the way he works that you should be able to 1v9 the majority of your games as long as you're going the right build. But that's why recently it's been a thing of like, instead of focusing on good gameplay, I focus on like trying to build into comps and finding out like really what works and what doesn't kind of shit. So there are some games where tank or Hecarim is good, but like in a game like this it isn't, right? Like if we just build as an assassin, we can one-shot everybody on the enemy team. Imagine how much value there is in that. Skill issue? Unironically, yeah. A lot of the time it is a skill issue. Because the thing is that when it comes to divers like Hecarim, like you have to understand that divers are by default like one of the most fundamentally OP classes of champion in the game. And the reason why is because most bruisers are like gated by the fact that they can't get on the enemy backline. Whereas as a diver, that's your fundamental purpose, right? So it's like the whole thing that makes being a bruiser kind of like hard to carry with, which is the fact that the enemy the enemy backline can like kill you. It's like as a diver you don't have to deal with that, right? You know what, Rengar's probably gonna reset here, so I'm gonna look for a kill on this one. I'm gonna wait another like few seconds though just to make sure that the Rengar's reset. Now we can go on. I'm gonna die for this, but you know what? I'll take the 1-for-1, honestly. I don't have any camps to farm anyways, because Rengar took my entire top side. So getting his flash and trading 1-for-1 is fine. Trading Force Shojin is actually broken. Why play Assassin? Because the thing is, you don't understand how I view Hecarim. That's the problem. Like, the issue with most people is that the way that they view Hecarim is in a way where they'll find a build that, like, looks good, right? And then they'll just spam the same build every game. Every game. Every single game. But the truth is that Hecarim is one of those champs where the majority of the time, if you just build the same thing every single game, then the problem is that you're going to have some games where you could have carried if you built differently, they won't be able to because you didn't, right? So it's like you're gating your own carry potential because you're not like well versed when it comes to builds. And you have to understand that one of the issues too is that when it comes to Hecarim itemization, I am the source for Hecarim builds, right? So what I mean by that is like there isn't somebody that I can just look at and be like, oh yeah, I'll choose your builds, because I am the build creator, right? Even the builds that Chasik does, right, the rank 1 Korean guy, a lot of the times they're builds he gets from me, right? Like literally almost everyone that he's like spammed, you know? So that's why the thing is that when it comes to like developing and innovating 1v9 Hecarim builds that feel like really good, I'm literally the guy that does it. So I can't just sit there and like wait for a new build to drop into my lap. I need to make it happen, because if I don't, no one else will, right? So this game we don't need serpents, and I feel like I'm also too fed to justify going Manamune as my rush, so I'll just get this one. You didn't innovate the Shojin Cleaver though? Yeah, but I don't think Shojin Cleaver is a good build. So it's like the only builds that I haven't like innovated are the ones that just straight up aren't good builds. Because like Shojin Cleaver, the issue with it is just that it's a slightly better version of Eclipse Cleaver, but it falls down to the same problems, right? Don't get me wrong, I think there are some games where Shojin Cleaver can genuinely be the play. But again, it would completely depend as well on like the items that you're building in conjunction with it, right? So like if I were to build, let's say Trinity or if I were to build like Shojin Cleaver, and then I were to get like Manamune, for example, that would be a build that I look at and I'm like, okay, that could actually work, right? But most of the time, if people are going to build Shojin Cleaver, they'll build like Death's Dance, or they'll build like Ma, or they'll build like other bruiser items after, which I don't agree with. And it's like you can always like find ways to itemize in a way where you can have maximal impact, which a lot of them just don't care enough to do. Yeah, I think it's better if I just play for my clear here. It's not like they would dive bot, and I can also have like potential on Rengar's top side too. Fucking loser ass young bitch. Broken ass champ. I'm gonna be honest, 3 Q stacks and Rengar having fleet makes me assume that I'd be able to win 1v1 if I found him in his jungle. That and the fact that he stole some of my camps this game, so I really wanna bridge the gap. Very good. Death's Dance and Mara are insane. Yeah, but that's where me and you are just going to fundamentally disagree. Because you're going to assess an item based off like what it does, whereas I'm going to assess it based off like how it interacts. So like imagine you're going to sit there and you're going to see a build path like Shojin Cleaver Death's Dance. You're going to look at that build path and you're going to be like, wow, those items are going to keep you alive. But I'm going to look at that build path and I'm going to say, okay, now what happens if you just get chain CC'd? You're just dead. It doesn't matter what you build. What happens if you ult on the enemy ADC with the intention of killing them, but now you don't have the upfront power to like kill them, and you also can't have more sustained damage than they do? Well, now you're just gonna lose, right? So it's like the problem is that you can't, and it's like I don't blame you for it, right? Because like a lot of people are like you, even challenger players, where they're just gonna assess the build based on like, oh, these items are like fundamentally good, but that's not how you actually create these like crazy builds. Dude, how sad is that I accidentally out of the ward? The standard build is pretty good at 1v9ing. We just don't care about the 1% of games where build variety could actually make a difference, because being a better jungler can give you the other 70% of wins. Yeah, but I mean, like, listen, that's up to you. But again, it's like, if I thought like you, and like, this is the fundamental problem with your line of thinking. It's like, if I thought like you, then I would have sat there and I would have never innovated the Hecarim metas that once again are the highlight of almost every single Hecarim player's like time playing the champion, right? Every single Hecarim player on this planet, right, or at least 95% of them will have 2 highlights when they think back on Hecarim. They'll think about Chem Tank, right, and they'll think about Assassin. And both of those are ones that were innovated by me because I didn't like where the state of Hecarim was before innovating them. Stop assuming we're not all challenger. I mean, listen, some of you can be challenger, right? That would be like completely possible, but I also don't agree with a lot of challenger players, right? Like, and I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why I don't agree with like almost all challenger players is because when you actually like look at what they say and what they do, you realize that a lot of the times they're not actually that great at the game, or understanding the game rather. So what I mean by that is like, for the longest time, if we were to look specifically at Hecarim builds, what did we notice? Everyone was telling you to go Eclipse Cleaver. That was like the standard, right? Go Eclipse Cleaver, 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 right? Then I came out and I was like, guys, I really don't like Eclipse Cleaver. I feel like it limits your carry potential. What if we tried going Yumu Shojin, right? So then what happened? So what happened was is every single like Hecarim player was clowning on the build. None of them wanted to try it. They all called it bad. They all said it was like worthless. They all said like it's bad itemization. Just go Eclipse Cleaver. It's better. This, that, right? And then the majority of the ones that were saying things like that. Oh, fuck me. I'm playing so bad this game. The majority of the people that end up saying things like that, right, were the same people that a few weeks later ended up switching builds, right? If I was playing mechanically better, I probably could have won this game. It's sort of just a gameplay issue. I mean, there's a good chance that they try for this, oh no, they're not going to try for the red. You know what? Let's actually contest it. It just sucks we don't have objective bounties. Objective bounties would give me so much here. I mean, there's no way Rengar ever ults in here. He'd have to be the biggest moron on the planet. Unless they played it in the game. Nice. I mean, honestly, that really wasn't the worst. Alright, let's see if we can play on this here. Have you officially declared Mirror Man a summer? Give me a few more days, okay, buddy? Because the thing is that over the last few days, I've tried out a bunch of different builds that have all felt really nice and would all make for good builds in their own rights. But it's like, after a little while, it's like they might have went from feeling like they were the build to not feeling like it. So that's why I want to give this this build a few more games before I like say anything like that. I don't like the fact that we're fighting this here. You see what I mean? Like, that's burst that you don't see with anything else. Like, that's burst that I haven't seen in a very long time. You know what I mean, guys? Like, that's what I'm telling you when I tell you this shit. It's like, this is... It's like I really have to, like, hold myself back from just, like, officially saying Mirror Man Hecarim is back. But it's like, it might be. It's like, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. That's what I'm going to say. That's through your own shield, by the way. You see what I mean? Like, look at the damage. Wow. Jesus, dude. Like, those are numbers I haven't seen in a long time, guys. And I'm sure a lot of you haven't either. Alright, Cho'Gath, let's see it, bro. he's just bonking them. Bonk. Bonk. Let me get us the last item. I think that Dance would be really nice this game. Why don't you go Mana Flow if you go Mana Immune though? Because I'm gonna be honest, I think it's overrated. And the reason why I say that is because like increasing your Mana Immune damage by 10 per ability is nice, but losing out on Nimbus Cloak for the first like half of the game, I don't think it's worth. Like this game, for example, I proc Nimbus Cloak 23 times. That's substantial. Because like I've done a lot of builds where I tried Mana Flow, but I think the problem is that at that point you're trying to min-max way too hard, and you end up losing on like something verifiably good because you're just like, oh no. You know. Nice. That should be GG. I wonder if we can play for an end. Oh wow, fucking 3-man Swain Root? Jesus. You know what, just back off. If you guys all die now, then you're just morons. Yeah, I mean, you guys are literally just morons. What the fuck are you doing? But the good thing is that it's like, I have the power of like four teammates right now. So if I get Q-Stacks off these Krugs... I'm wondering here if it would be better for me to Hex Gate to the Wolves and then get Q-Stacks off that and then go for a flank, but I don't think it would be. I think the better play is just sitting in lane. Applying Baron Minion to these buffs and everything is going to be nice. Who's one-shotting who, buddy boy? I don't fucking think so. Look, I probably should have just ulted the second I saw him ulting in. Nice. Alright, guys, listen. I'm not going to officially say Man Moon Hecarim is back, but I'm going to say it feels pretty damn fucking good. I'm going to be honest.